Well, good afternoon, 5th and 6th grade. This is your science video for Friday, September 4th, and we're going to be talking about minerals in the earth. And one of the things that you're going to be doing is workbook page 7. So let's get that out, get that ready. If you need to pause and go get it, that's fine. Go ahead and do that, but I'm going to go ahead and continue on. One of the things that I always expect of you when you're assigned a reading assignment is to actually do the reading assignment. Now, I know some of you are like, oh, I don't want to do the reading assignment. I just want to find the answers to the worksheet. That's all I want to do. I understand that, and yeah, I would never know whether you did. Truly, I will, because what I find out is usually people who don't read it, they really don't know the information. Those who read it and try to understand it will get a good understanding of that information, because then when they go back and take notes and when they go back and actually if you do notes while you're reading it, that's fine too, but when they go back afterward, they understand the information a little bit better. I want to focus on the worksheet today. So get your worksheet 7 out and look at it, and you notice that it has a chart there that you're going to be completing it. So answer the questions on number 1 and 2 and what a mineral is, and right there on page 10 of your reading, you have 10 through 15, it gives you the description of what a mineral is, and so it's right there at the top, and so you want to write that out. And then also it says what characteristics of minerals help scientists identify them, and there are characteristics of minerals. There's a section there, so you notice that this is going group by group, and so you have characteristics of minerals, and it says that the scientists who study minerals are called mineralogists. They work with mineral pieces called samples. Mineralogists identify mineral samples by their unique characteristics. And so it says what characteristics, and it says some of the characteristics of minerals. And so here you go. This is your answer here. It says some of the characteristics of minerals are crystal structure, color, luster, hardness, and cleavage. Now that is what you're looking for as the answer. What characteristics of minerals help scientists identify them? And that's what we're talking about here today. And so if you look there under, you have 5 sections. Those are the 5 sections we just described as the characteristics scientists look for. And you have crystal structure, and it tells you what and it's asking you what it results from blank of the particles that make up a mineral. And then the second part can be blank sides and sharp corners or rounded, and then size, and it tells you that. So look under the section that says crystal structure. All right, now this is the next section here. It says all minerals. We're on page 10, the top right. All minerals have a crystal structure. Heat and pressure cause substances within the earth to combine. When this happens, crystals often form. A crystal results from the orderly arrangement of particles that make up the mineral. Some crystals, such as quartz crystals, are very beautiful. Most mineral crystals have straight sides and sharp corners. So you see there, what does it result from? We've already read that part. So what does it result from? A crystal results from the blank of the particles. And what is that? Orderly arrangement of the particles. And so it results from the orderly arrangement of the particles. The second thing there can be blank sides and sharp corners around it. And that answer would be right there. Most mineral crystals have straight sides and sharp corners or edges. And then it says, and then it goes through and talks about some of the different minerals, like the desert rose. It forms in rounded shapes that resemble a flower. The sizes of crystals vary. Okay, so what does it say about the size? It varies. All right, so it's not all the same, in other words, but it varies. Size varies. So that's how you're going to be doing it. So when you get through that part, you'll notice that on page number 12, it has color. And that's where you're going to find the answers to those blanks that are there. Then the luster, which is on page number 13, that's another thing where you're going to find the answers to that. Now, and then hardness and cleavage and fracture. And cleavage and fracture is on page 15. Even though it talks about color and streak, streak is not one of the things, but that's something that they use to test minerals to find out what kind it is or what the level of hardness of a mineral is. So that's what we're looking for. Those are where your answers come from. It makes it easy for you to find. I've already given you some of it. Do not tear this out yet. Well, if you have already turned it, that's fine, but just don't turn it in yet, because we are going to be doing measuring mass and volume next week. And so we're going to be using balances to do that. I'll be doing it as a demonstration for you, and you guys will be able to answer some questions through that. All right. Well, hopefully that gives you a good understanding of what is expected of you, and hopefully this will be a big help to you when you're doing your items today. Make sure you do your reading. Take notes as you're going. There are plenty of time for notes. You've got 6 pages to read, but that means 24 notes that you have to have all together. Should be no problem for you to find that. As I've reminded you before, not only do you want to look for bolded words and terms to be able to write down as notes, you also want to use the beginnings of paragraphs to be able to do that. And you also look for, in fact, go to page 13, and sometimes you'll have words that are italicized, I guess is what it's called. If you look on page 13, you have the word, there are 4 words there that are italicized. You have under luster, it says mineral cinnabar has a dull luster. It talks about metallic luster, and on the top right, pearly luster, and on the bottom right, a brilliant luster. And so luster is you can use then as a note. Luster has 4 different, or there are 4 different types of luster: dull, metallic, pearly, and brilliant. You can have that as a note. And so you see, you don't just get it from the bolded words. You don't just get it from the topic sentence of a paragraph. You can also get it from the way that it is described in italicized words, sometimes even in the captions of the picture. And so you have all that to be able to do it. To be able to find notes, and I'm looking for different types of things that might help you. For instance, under you have a caption for the scale on the next page, on page 14. It talks about the Mohs scale, showing minerals from the softest to the hardest, and a scratch test is what you'd use to label where that type of a mineral goes. Talc, which is like powder, like talcum powder, that is the softest, and then gypsum, and then calcite, and go onward and forward, like a diamond would be the hardest substance that's there. All right, but that's it. Have a good day. We'll have a good weekend, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Don't forget, boys, wear your chapel shirts on Tuesday with your ties as well. All right, have a good day. Bye.